bring in our national security and defense analyst, Mick Mulroy, as well. So, Mick, is Netanyahu going to listen to the U.S. and other countries here? And could this cost him his job?
So, Kira, the United States is obviously the most significant strategic ally to Israel. So they're going to have a deference to, if any country, the United States. But he made it clear that he intends to go to Rafah. And if that's the case, I think the U.S. government is really going to want to see a plan to get the civilians, the 1.3 million civilians that are currently there, out of harm's way, or we could see significant civilian casualties. So this is going to be another, I think, friction point between the two governments.
And now ceasefire talks have stalled. Netanyahu has gone as far as saying that he's even set a date on the books for this planned offensive in Rafah. Do you think he's bluffing, or is he going to go forward?
So I don't think he's bluffing. I think they originally pulled this division, brigade, and regiment out as a bit of a deference to the ongoing negotiations in Cairo. But now that it looks like they are falling apart, and there's this question of whether they can even find 40 of the hostages that they thought were still alive in Gaza, that looks like it's more likely to fall apart than not. And I think that would mean that the Rafah offensive is more likely to happen because those ceasefire has broken down. So I think you'll see the staging coming up soon, if that is the case, and hopefully a humanitarian corridor so that civilians can leave the area.
And Israel is widely believed to be behind this strike that killed 2 generals at Iran's consulate in Damascus. Now Iran is warning Israel that no Israeli embassy is safe. How do you see this playing out? I mean, are we on the verge of a much bigger regional conflict? We've been talking about that possibility for months now.
That's right, Kara. Since this started, we talked about especially the United States concern that this could become a regional conflict, and it looks like it could. It depends on how the Iranians react. If they hit a consulate in another country, of course, that's an issue for Iran because the other country would obviously have issues with that. Or they could use their proxy forces to send missiles, rockets, and drones in swarms into Israel. And then it would be up to Israel on how they responded and whether it does escalate. Hopefully, this is something that's done. Nobody essentially gets hurt, of course, and that this is over. If not, this could be a significant turning point.
All right, Mick, we'll be tracking it with you.